What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Caleb 2K, and I'm back with a brand new video. And you don't know, this is not an Atlanta Hawks franchise episode, but if you are new to the channel and you want to check that out, do it, nigga. But anyways, that's not the point. Today, I saw the what's it called, the 2K23 trailer. Seeing they announced Devin Booker's gonna be the cover athlete and Michael Jordan's gonna be the cover of the other shit, and I saw that people was complaining about why they could have LeBron and Michael Jordan. I'm gonna keep it a bean. Like, I don't like it, bro. 23 isn't like 23. That's Jordan's brand. Like, if we being real, like, yeah, LeBron wore number 23, and I see why people think like, oh, you had to put LeBron there too, but like, LeBron's brand is not the number 23. Like, let's keep it real. Like, it don't matter whether you think LeBron or MJ is the GOAT. If you think when you see the number 23, the first person you think of is Michael Jordan. Like, he made that shit his entire brand. So, and then as far as it goes with Devin Booker, like, I'm gonna keep it. I really don't give a fuck who's on the cover. They could have put fucking Frank Ntilikina on the cover, and that doesn't mean anything to me. You know what I'm saying? What matters to me is the package inside the damn case. That's what matters to me. Like, if the game isn't good, they can have the greatest cover athlete. They can have the greatest cover of all time. If the game is shit, the game is shit. You know what I'm saying? So I don't really pay too much attention to that. But I just figured now would be the perfect time for me to just say a couple things that I personally think that 2K should have in 2K23. Now, I'm going to keep it a bean. I'm going to make a very quick disclaimer. This is me personally. I don't really care too much for a lot of shit that I know a lot of you guys or a lot of people in the 2K community in general care that much about. Like, for example, when it comes to the city, like, I've heard people say, oh, get rid of the city. Like, bro, that does nothing. It does nothing, or at least in my eyes, that shit does. Like, whether or not they have the city next year or they don't, like, that does not move me at all. Like, I really don't care, because at the end of the day, like, I don't give a fuck about the cosmetics anymore. That doesn't impress me. That doesn't wow me. Like, I'm not worried about that. But anyways, let me get into it. First and foremost, and this is based off of level of importance. So, first and foremost, they gotta bring defense back. And I know that's a very, very vague statement, but like, at the beginning of the year, me and my homies, like, we really thought that this was a good ass game because of the damn defense, bro. Like, I don't like how you can just spam left rights and just spam stunning it. Like, what is the defender going to do? And you could call me biased or whatever, because like, nigga, me and my squad, like, they run lockdowns. I don't have a lockdown. Like, the build that you're seeing in this video, this build probably has like 15 defensive badges, but it's like, I have a defensive mindset. Like, I know how to play defense even on builds that aren't lockdowns, because I feel like if anybody you're guarding can go get a bucket on you easily, like I don't know, like, the stuff you do on offense doesn't really move me that much. And I just didn't like how defense literally just became trash. And if you think I'm lying, these little 5'7" cringe bags with zero perimeter, with zero defense, like, defense just ain't important anymore. And I'm not saying every build needs to be a lockdown, because like I just told y'all, my build isn't a lockdown. But I just don't like how they put their foot down at the beginning of the year, like, yo, we're focused on defense, and then not even like a month into the game, because all of y'all sorry ass dribble gods, wannabe dribble gods, was crying because y'all was getting plucked because y'all don't actually know how to dribble. And then they immediately was like, nah, man, we gotta nerf steals. Nah, man, this, that, and the third. And now we got these little midget 5'7" niggas just spamming left, rights. And because they have Hall of Fame tight handles, they can just stun you and stun you and stun you and stun you. And then do some shit that goes into my next problem. Shooting is way too easy in this game. You can hit a fadeaway white, all of that. I don't like that shit. I really don't. I've never liked it. 2K19, I think, is one of the best 2Ks ever, and that was one of the biggest things I did not like about that game, that you could hit white. You could beat a nigga. If you're open, you don't have to green your shots like you did last year, like you did in 2K20. If I had $1 for every time I lost to a nigga who did not green a shot the entire game, I would not be in my mom's basement right now making this damn video, nigga. Like it doesn't take any skill to shoot. And because of that, it leads to a bigger issue where people say there's no skill gap. You can't really tell who's good or not in this game. Being top rep does not make you good at this game. Having a mascot does not make you good at this game. Like, these were things that used to indicate that you were good. I think they should bring back that when you lose rep. So if you have high rep, that means you win a lot of games. But anyways, I'm rambling. The next issue is All-Star Team Up. All-Star Team Up, for those of you guys who are new to the channel, it is by far my most played game mode. Like, me and my homies, you could even like go back and watch some of my old videos. Even for those of y'all that tuned into my streams, we was almost always playing All-Star Team Up because, like, dude, that shit is lit, it's fun. And for some reason this year, they just random as hell, didn't say anything, supposedly had taken it out of the game. Now granted, eventually, like a couple months ago, we found out that there is a way to play. It's not even really All-Star Team Up, but it's like, it's the closest thing to All-Star Team Up. And I'm about to put a clip right now of our genuine reaction when we found out that we could play All-Star Team Up in 2K22.
Guess what? It's gonna kick us out, bro. I ain't see my shut your ass up. It don't. I think it'll work.
What you see? What you see?
Oh, never mind. I see myself. Get it. Somebody. Shit. Shit. Oh, look at it nice, baby. Oh, shit.
So like y'all see, like, this is, and that was not staged. That was our genuine reaction. I just happened to be recording. It's weird. It's not like regular All-Star Team Up where you can just pick players. Like, you have to pick a team and then pick players from that team. So like, let me put it like this. In previous All-Star Team Ups, you could use like Damian Lillard and then your teammate could use Kevin Durant at the same time. This year, since like that's not possible. Like, it's not possible. Like, if I wanted to use like the Nets, like let's say I wanted to use Kevin Durant, but my man's wanted to use Damian Lillard. Either we would have to pick the Nets and he would use Kyrie, or he would pick the Blazers and I would pick whoever the fuck is on the Blazers outside of Dame. Jesus, nobody. Free my dog, I guess. Like, get that. He don't want to leave, so get that nigga some help. But like, you can't, it's not how it used to be where you can just pick who you want to pick. You gotta pick a team. You have to pick a team, and then you have to pick players from that team. So if the nigga you want isn't on that team, then that's just tough. And like, that just doesn't make any sense. Like, why did y'all remove that? Bring All-Star Team Up back the way it should be, because whatever this new shit is, like, that is not it at all. Like, and even as hype as we were when we found out that we could play that shit, that was only because we thought that shit wasn't in the game. I'm telling you right now, after like 3 games, we got bored. After 3 games of that shit, we got bored, because we're like, damn, we can't use another team. You have to use the 2010 All-Stars, 2000 All-Stars, players like that. You can't just like pick whoever you want. You have to, your choices are limited. Like, for example, when we play All-Star Team Up, I play point guard, and we use the 2010s All-Stars, which means I can only choose between Steph Curry, James Harden, and Derrick Rose, and Russell Westbrook, and I think Chris Paul. Yeah, Chris Paul. That's really it. That's really it. I can't have Damian Lillard. I can't use like Isaiah Thomas or Jason Kidd or Trae Young or like or Ja Morant or like Luka. Literally, I can't use like any of the guards like how we used to be able to, because they just randomly decide to take that shit out and they didn't say anything about it. So that's the second thing on my wish list, really the third. But so far, I think I've said I want defense to be better again, need shooting to have a skill gap again. Like I said, I don't really give a fuck whether or not the city is in 2K23 or not. I don't really care too much about like what the park looks like. I don't care about the affiliations. I do not care about any of that. The only things that matter to me is what happens when you get on that court. Because at the end of the day, for me, we could have, they could literally give us everything I want personally in terms of cosmetics. It could be the best looking 2K, which it most likely is going to be. If the gameplay is not good, the game is going to be shit for the 3rd year in a row. Again, this might be a hot take. Actually, it's not a hot take. It's not a hot take because it's gonna be the 4th year in a row. It will be the fourth shitty 2K game in a row. 2K20 was bad. I don't give a fuck what you revisionist historians, whatever the fuck y'all wanna, I don't know what the word is, but y'all like to go back in time and change shit. Like when y'all was acting like, y'all act like 2K17 was one of the greatest 2Ks ever, but when the game was actually hot, y'all swore that game was ass because they was trying to be like 2K16. Y'all swore it was ass, but when we got to 2K20, y'all swore 2K17 was the good old days. And now y'all are doing the same thing again with 2K20. And it's so funny because we swore that game was just as bad as 18, if not worse. And now looking back, a lot of niggas are saying 2K20 is one of the best 2Ks, which is insane to me because of all the hop step in the paint defense was awful. If you hop step in that paint, you got whatever you wanted. I ain't forget about the fact that y'all was getting negative rep. Even if you won games, you was losing rep. I remember at the very beginning of 2K, like it was like at the very beginning, you couldn't get past, I forgot specifically what level it was, but after you reached a certain point, you started getting negative rep. The servers were bad. That's not the neighborhood. Like, y'all cannot sit here and tell me that 2K20 was a good game. You can't. I have low expectations for 2K already, but it's like, I just really want to make this video just to give my opinion because I'm not gonna lie, 2K, dropping 4 consecutively ass video games, like that's crazy. Imagine doing something bad. Like imagine 4-peating ass. Imagine 4-peating ass after ass after ass. You a 4-time ass, nigga. Like what, bruh? You a 4-time ass product producer. That's tough, bruh. 2K, y'all gotta do better, man. So please bring All-Star Team Up back, fix the defense, and bring back a skills gap in shooting. If you do all of that, I won't really have a problem playing 2K all the time. And if you're new to the channel, subscribe, please. We actually just hit 490 subs, so that means we're 10 subscribers away from 400 or 500. I don't know how to count. And if you're gonna subscribe, and if you are subscribed, turn those post notifications on, because when I hit 500 subscribers, I'm going to be live streaming it. If you like the video, then like the video so that I know that you liked it, nigga, because that only makes sense. I will see you guys in the next episode where we will be facing the Boston Celtics in my Atlanta Hawks franchise series. And if you've never seen it, the playlist is going to be right at the top right. Yeah, so click that shit. And peace. I'll see y'all boys.